Tension builds early as Mendonca, and you explore the depths of the Catalan opening open defense classical line in Sardinia World Chess Festival 2025 open around 5. On d4. Knight f6. Knight f3. On d5. On c4. Threatening pawn takes d5. On e6 played by you. On g3. Bishop e7. Bishop g2. King castled kingside. King castled kingside leads us into Catalan opening open defense classical line. On takes c4. Queen c2. On b5. On a4. Threatening pawn takes b5. Bishop b7 played by you. On takes b5. On a6. You is aiming to play. On takes b5. Rook takes a8. Bishop takes a8 and gain a significant edge. Knight c3 played by Mendonca. On takes b5. Rook takes a8. Bishop takes a8. Knight takes b5. Bishop d5. Bishop f4. On c5. On takes c5. Queen a5. Threatening queen takes b5. Knight c3 played by Mendonca. Queen takes c5. Bishop e3. Threatening bishop takes c5. Queen c7 played by you. Rook d1 it is novelty move. Knight c6. Bishop f4. Threatening bishop takes c7. Queen b6 played by you. Knight takes d5. Pawn takes d5. Knight e5. Knight d4. You considers playing. Knight takes c2. On e4. On takes e4. Knight takes c4. Queen c5. Bishop f1. On e3. Bishop takes e3 and dominate the board. Bishop e3 played by Mendonca. Threatening bishop takes d4. Bishop c5 played by you. Threatening knight takes c2. Queen d2 played by Mendonca. Threatening bishop takes d4. Knight e6 played by you. Bishop takes c5. Queen takes c5. On e3. Rook b8. On h3. On h5. Queen c2. Queen c7. Threatening queen takes e5. Knight f3 played by Mendonca. Queen b6. You is planning to play. Queen takes b2. Queen takes b2. Rook takes b2 and seize the initiative. Rook d2 played by Mendonca. On g6. Knight e5. Queen c7. Threatening queen takes e5. Knight takes g6 played by Mendonca. On takes g6. Queen takes g6 check. Queen g7. Threatening queen takes g6. Queen f5 played by Mendonca. Threatening queen takes e6 check. Knight c7 played by you. On e4. Threatening pawn takes d5. Queen h6 played by you. You intends to play. On c3. Pawn takes c3. Rook b1 check. Bishop f1. Queen takes d2, and take decisive advantage. Rook c2 played by Mendonca. Rook takes b2. Rook takes b2. Queen c1 check. Time to think. Find the best continuation for Mendonca. Bishop f1 is the right idea because Queen takes b2. Queen c8 check. Knight ce8. Pawn takes d5. Pawn c3. On d6 position is equal. Let's explore the main game. Queen c1 check. King h2 slightly worse move played by Mendonca. Mendonca's idea is to play Queen g6 check. King f8. Queen takes f6 check. King g8. Rook b8 check. Knight e8. Rook takes e8 check. King h7. Rook h8 mate, and gain a significant edge. Queen takes b2 played by you. On e5. Threatening pawn takes f6. Knight fe8 played by you. On h4. Queen d4. Queen g5 check. King f8. Queen f5 check. King e7. Bishop h3. Queen e4. Queen g5 check. King f7. Queen takes h5 check. Queen g6. Queen f3 check. King g8. Bishop f5. Mendonca's idea is to play Bishop takes g6. Knight f6. Queen takes f6. Pawn c3. Queen f7 check. King h8. Queen h7 mate, and dominate the board. Queen f7 played by you. King g2. On d4. On h5. On d3. Pause the video and find the best move for Mendonca. On h6 is logical continuation as on d2. Queen g4 check. King h8. Bishop c2. Queen d5 check. King h2 position is equal. Let's proceed to the main line. On d3. Yo is aiming to play Queen d5. Bishop e4. Queen takes e5 and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop takes d3. Slightly worse move played by Mendonca. Pawn takes d3. Queen takes d3. Queen takes h5. Queen c4 check. King g7. Threatening queen takes e5. Queen d4 played by Mendonca. Queen f5. On g4. Threatening pawn takes f5. Queen e6 played by you. King g3. Queen c6. On f4. Knight e6. Threatening knight takes d4. Queen e3 played by Mendonca. Knight 8 c7. On f5. Knight d5. Queen a7 check. Knight ec7. You might go for Queen c3 check. King f2. King h6. Queen b8. King g5, and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen d4 played by Mendonca. Queen c1. Queen e4. Queen g1 check. King h3. King f8. On e6. Knight f6. Queen b4 check. King g8. Queen b8 check. Knight ce8. Threatening queen takes g4 check. Queen g3 played by Mendonca. Queen h1 check. Queen h2. Threatening queen takes h1. Queen e4 played by you. Threatening queen takes g4 mate. Queen g2 played by Mendonca. Queen d3 check. Queen g3. Threatening queen takes d3. Queen d1 played by you. Queen f4. King h7. King g2. Knight takes g4. Queen b4. Knight ef6. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Mendonca? Queen b2 is logical continuation as Queen d3. Queen a2. Knight e3 check. King h2. Queen e4. Pawn e7. Still Mendonca is losing. Let's analyze the main variation. Knight ef6. You intends to play Queen e2 check. King g1. Queen f2 check. King h1. Queen h2 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen f4. Slightly worse move played by Mendonca. Queen e2 check. King g1. Queen e1 check. Time to think. Find the best continuation for Mendonca. King g2 is best move here because Knight e3 check. King f3. Queen f1 check. King takes e3. Knight d5 check. King e4. Still Mendonca is losing. Let's go to the main variation. Queen e1 check. Queen f1. Slightly worse move played by Mendonca. Queen e3 check. King g2. Queen d2 check. King g3. Queen g5. Queen h1 check. Knight h5 check. Stop here and find the strongest move for Mendonca. Queen takes h5 check is a strong choice since Queen takes h5. King f4. King h6. King e4. Queen h1 check. King d3. Still Mendonca is losing. Shifting to the main game. Knight h5 check. King f3. Time to think. Find the best continuation for you. Queen f4 check is the right idea because King e2. Queen e3 check. King d1. Knight f2 check. King c2. Knight takes h1. You have small advantage. Let's analyze the main line. King f3 is a mistake played by Mendonca. Queen takes f5 check is not the best move played by you. King e2. Queen c2 check. Victory for you. After a hard-fought battle, Mendonca resigned, conceding the game.